Let me tell you a story while I drive to the office. I was having an initial strategy consultation with a potential client the other day. He was so determined to buy here in Sydney. He made up all these assumptions like, I believe that people are going to be returning to the office and Sydney is poised for growth because people are returning to the office, and there's been suburbs that have doubled in value over the last 5 years. I asked him to name those suburbs for me. He couldn't name them really. He named one or two suburbs, and when I looked them up, over a 5-year period, they had 20-30% growth, which was the equivalent of 4 to 6% in capital growth year on year. And he had a budget of about $1 million. He was looking for something that had strong capital growth, but not a big cash flow deficit. He said that he could really only afford a deficit of about $1,000 a month. I strongly urged him to consider elsewhere because here in Sydney, you don't have a great rental yield. The average rental yield is roughly 3%. And then for $1 million, you're not buying anything too close to the CBD. More than likely, you're buying something in an overdeveloped area in the outer suburbs, either the west or southwest, or even some of the northwestern suburbs. And even then, in the initial years, unless you have a massive deposit, based on a 20% deposit and upfront costs, you're looking at around about $250,000 to get your foot in the door on a $1 million budget. And then we calculated that you're looking at a $2,000 a month deficit on average before any negative gearing or tax depreciation or anything like that, of which he said he couldn't afford. Then I showed him some of the areas that we are investing in and put together a bit of a plan for building a property portfolio. But again, he was just still so determined to buy here in Sydney. And no matter what factual information or data, he wouldn't consider buying anywhere else. And so I said, look, no matter what I tell you, I don't feel like you're listening to my approach, and I don't want to go against my methodology. I don't want to sign you as a client just for the sake of buying here in Sydney. At the end of the day, if you don't believe in my methods and the research that I've provided you, I'm more than happy to refer you to somebody else who's going to help you buy here in Sydney. And that's it. I said goodbye.